Students, in the previous video lecture, we have learnt about conservative force and non-conservative forces. Difference between conservative and non-conservative forces has been explained in the previous lecture. And when conservative forces are doing work, how to calculate work done? We have a few models that we will be covering in today's video lecture. We will solve some basic problems based on work done by conservative force. So this is first format where you can calculate work done to displace an object from 1, 2 to 4, 5 when the force is given as 4i plus 3j. So this is very simple problem which you can understand. Here a conservative force is doing work, like this is a constant force and conservative force. F is equal to 4i plus 3j and this is in Newton. I want to find out work done. W is equal to F dot S, F bar dot S bar, which is equal to F magnitude, S magnitude into cos theta. Theta is angle between force and as well as displacement. I want to now find out displacement of the particle. Like you have S1, which is 1, 2, S2, which is 4, 5. On x-axis it is 1 and y-axis it is 2. I can consider this as 1, 2. And 4, 5. On x-axis it is 4 and y-axis it is 5. So it is 4, 5. Now I want to find out the displacement vector. This is displacement vector from here to here. In order to find out displacement, delta S is equal to S2 minus S1, which is 4 minus 1 into I cap because it is along x-axis, and 5 minus 2 along j because that is along y-axis. This gives you 3i plus 3j meter. This is displacement delta S. After calculating displacement, you just take dot product of these two. It is 4i plus 3j dot 3i plus 3j. This gives you 12 plus 9. 4 3 is 12 and 3 3 is 9. This gives you 12 plus 9, it is 21 joule. So work done by the constant force is equal to 21 joule. Here we do not have any complications. There is only force which is constant and displacement is also being given to you. Using the displacement vector, taking the dot product of F and S, you will be getting net work done. In the previous model, in the first format, we have got work done by a constant force and it is a conservative force. Work done is by constant force. But now in this second format, F is a function of X, Y and Z. That means force, given force is variable with respect to X, with respect to Y and as well as Z. Therefore, force is variable with respect to X, Y, Z. Therefore, you need to calculate, like we have already discussed about this. This is F and this is X. Like for example, if I am considering, now there is some work done in this way. Force is not constant. This is variable force. So whenever you are calculating work done by variable force, first you will be taking very small element in this. This is very small element and this displacement is dx. For this very small element, force is treated as constant because this is one small value, because along x-axis you are able to see only one value, along y-axis you are able to see f of x, which is a constant value for this dx. Therefore, I will be writing dw is equal to f of x into dx. Like that, you will be taking one more element. 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 Like that, if you add these all elements, you will be getting net work done. That gives you work done W is equal to integration dW. Similarly, same thing happens along y-axis and as well as z-axis if it is work done in 3 dimensions. Now here we have a force which is function of position along x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. F of x is variable, along y direction it is variable, along z direction also it is variable. In such cases, if work is done by variable force, this is variable force. If work is done by variable force, in such cases, first you will be calculating dW. First you will calculate dW. After calculating dW, you will be finding out net work done by integration this dW. And dW is dot product of f of dx, f of x and dx. See here, f of x into I cap and dx, f of x dx plus f of y dy plus f of z dz. That's what we have got it here. Now integrating this total, you will be getting net work done, and this is in 3 dimensions. If it is in 2 dimension, you will get only f of x dx plus f of y dy. If it is on, if work is done in a straight line, which is along x-axis, in such case, you will be getting dW is equal to f of x dx only in 1 dimension. Like that, based on the directions of the force, you will be getting net work done either in 1 dimension or 2 dimension or 3 dimension. This is work done by variable force. Now let us solve one example based on work done by variable force. In this figure, you are like in this problem, you are able to see R1 is given as 2i plus 3j, R2 is 4i plus 6j. That means initial displacement of the particle is 2i plus 3j meter, and finally because of the applied force, it is going to new position 4i plus 3j under a force of 3x square plus 2yj. Clearly, it's observable F is equal to 3x square I cap plus 2y j cap. This is f of x. This is f of y. X is variable. See, f of x is variable because there is term x here. If x is equal to 0, then f of x is equal to 0. If x is equal to 1, then it is 3i cap. If x is equal to 2, then it will be 12i cap, like that. X is variable and as well as y is also variable. Therefore, this is variable force given. So whenever work is done by variable force, in such cases, you will be calculating first dW. dW is equal to integration f of x dx plus integration f of y dy. Okay. Now I want to find out this dx and dy. Clearly, let me take this as equation number 1. In this, you are being given R1 is equal to 2i cap plus 3j cap, and R2 is equal to 4i cap plus 6j cap. This is x1, this is x2, this is y1 and this is y2. I can now write delta R is equal to R2 minus R1, which is 4 minus 2 into I cap plus 6 minus 3 into j cap. Okay. So along x-axis, displacement is observed from 2 to 4. Along y direction, displacement is observed from 3 to 6. So displacement vector delta R is equal to 2i cap plus 3j cap. This is displacement vector because of the applied force. This is the displacement observed in that particular object. Now I want to find out net work done by this force. So clearly you can now use this formula from equation 1. You can write it as dW is equal to integration. What is f of x? F of x is equal to 3x square, and dx, x limits are from where to where? X is in the along x-axis, particle is starting from position 2 and it is going towards the position 4. So therefore limits you can take it as 2 to 4 plus displacement along y direction like fy is equal to 2 times y into dy. Displacement along y direction, it is 3 meter. It is from 3 to 6. Okay, now you calculate work done dw. dw is equal to 3x square dx. 3 is constant. X square dx integration is x cube by 3. Limits are from 2 to 4 plus 2 is constant, you can bring it out. Y dy integration is y square divided by 2. Limits are from 3 to 6. Now this gives you 3 and 3 gets cancelled. First substitute upper limit in place of x. 4 cube minus, then lower limit it is 2 cube plus this 2 and 2 gets cancelled. Instead of y square, wherever y is there, you just substitute upper limit. Upper limit is 6 square minus 3 square. This gives you 4 cube. 16 464 minus 8 plus 6 square is 36 minus 3 square is 9. You calculate this, you will be getting net work done W. Okay, so you will be integration dW. If you integrate this, you will be getting net work done. That gives you work done by variable force. So whenever there is variable force given, you need to understand that it should be integrable. You need to integrate that and find out the answer. See, coming to this is third model where you can calculate work done by variable force. But in this, like in the second format, we have calculated F is equal to F of x I cap plus F of y j cap. Force along x-axis is variable with respect to x itself. Force along y-axis is variable with respect to y. This is second format which we have discussed in the previous model. But now this is third format. In third format, we will be having an equation for force where F is equal to F of y into I cap plus F of x into j cap. Clear? So check it up in this equation. In this problem, it is being given y I cap plus x j cap. Clearly, this is f of x, which is equal to y, and this is f of y, which is equal to x. Force along x-axis is depending upon y coordinate. Force along y-axis is depending upon x coordinate. Vice versa. Same thing can happen even in 3 dimensions also. But for simplicity, we are taking 2 dimension. I cap, it represent body is moving along x-axis, but the force which is acting upon that is variable with respect to y. Similarly, here x we have x j cap. X is variable here, but it is along y direction. So force along y direction is variable with respect to x-axis. This is third format, which is perfect differentiable format. Then I want to now calculate work done. Procedure is the same. Nothing to worry. There is no huge change here. This is variable force. We are able to confirm that. As it is variable force, definitely you should go for integration process. Therefore, first I will be writing here dW is equal to f of x into dx plus f of y into dy. Right? This is what we already have discussed. Now dW is equal to, what is f of x here? F of x is equal to y. This is y dx plus, what is f of y? F of y is x in this question. So it is x into dy. This is the equation which we have got. And this is simply written as d of x comma y. D of x comma y is differentiable with respect to x-axis and as well as y-axis. This above equation, this equation it is differentiable with respect to x-axis and as well as with respect to y. That means the function is variable with respect to x and as well as with respect to y. So clearly, I'll just represent y dx plus x dy as d of x comma y. So I can simply write dw is equal to d of x comma y. So where d of x comma y is equal to y dx plus x dy. So dw is equal to d of x comma y. I am considering what is d of x comma y. D of x comma y is differentiable with respect to x and with respect to y, where you have got a function y dx plus x dy. Now I want to integrate this in order to calculate net work done. W is equal to integration dw, that is integration d of x comma y. Okay. Now this is integration d of x comma y. What I do is, let me take this as equation number 1. So simply I'll consider x comma y is equal to k, like some constant I am considering. X comma y is equal to k. If x comma y is equal to k at 2 comma 3, what do you get for k? K is equal to 6, because x is equal to 2, y is equal to 3. I can just substitute k is equal to, like x is equal to 2 here and y is equal to 3. 2 into 3 is equal to 6. So k will be equal to 6. Similarly, x comma y is equal to k. This is at next point what it is been given 5 comma 6. This gives you k is equal to 30. Okay. Now I want to calculate net work done here, and that net work done W is equal to integration. I have considered this d of x comma y as k. This d of x comma y I am considering it as k, right? So therefore I'll be simply writing it as d of k. What are limits for k? Lower limit it is 6, upper limit it is 30. So lower limit I will substitute it as 6, upper limit I will substitute it as 30. What is integration dk? Integration dk is equal to k. Limits are from 6 to 30. This gives you upper limit is 30 minus lower limit is 6. Therefore, net work done is equal to 30 minus 6, which is equal to 24 joule. Okay. So whenever you are getting force, which is in the perfect differential format, in such cases, you will consider that function as some constant k, and in that function substitute the values of x comma y, initial position and final position coordinates you will substitute there, so that you will be getting initial position, final position for k values. And you are imagining already that d of x comma y you are imagining it as k. So instead of x comma y, I'll substitute here k. That gives you dk. What is integration dk? Integration dk is k. Already we have calculated upper limit and lower limit for k. I have substituted those limits. This gives you finally net work done. W is equal to 24 joule. And this is one of the important model. Many times this model problems has been asked in entrance. Next model. This is how we are calculating work done by non-conservative force. Non-conservative force. Here in this problem, we are being given F is equal to y I cap, where in the question A, y is given as x, and in the question B, y is given as x square. That means in the first case, when you are going along this path, y is variable with respect to x. That means y can be taken as x. And in the problem B, you should take y is equal to x square. Initial position of the particle is 0, 0 and final position of the particle is 1, 1. Whether it is conservative force or non-conservative force, integration format is applicable for conservative and as well as non-conservative forces also. Therefore, here we will be using work done dW is equal to f dot ds, and f is already been given, it is yi, and the displacement is along x-axis and as well as y-axis. So displacement can be along x-axis or y-axis. Using the function, we will be substituting that here. This is dw, which is f dot ds. Now let us take first one. Given f is equal to x into I cap, since y is equal to x. I want to now calculate work done, net work done. W is equal to integration dw. This gives you integration f into ds. But here it is only along x-axis. Therefore, I will write f is equal to x into ds is along dx. That means work is done along x-axis. Limits are from 0 to 1, since particle is starting from 0, 0, that is r1. Final position, it is 1, 1. This is r2. Along x it is changing from 0 to 1. Along y-axis it is changing from 0 to 1. So therefore along x-axis I am substituting limit 0 to 1 here. This gives you work done W is equal to x square by 2. Limits are from 0 to 1. That is 1 by 2 minus 0, which is 1 by 2 joule. This is for A. Now coming to B, we have work done W is equal to integration f of x or f into ds. ds can be in 3 dimension, 2 dimension or 1 dimension. Here function is given as y is equal to x square. So you will be taking here x. Integration f is x square. In the problem B, y is given as x square. That y I am substituting here, and it is along x-axis. This gives you x square, and along x-axis displacement is dx. Okay. Now this gives you x cube divided by 3. Limits along x-axis, limits are from 0 to 1. This is 0 to 1. So limits are from 0 to 1. That is 1 by 3 minus 0, which is equal to 1 by 3 joule. The given force, which is variable, it is only along x-axis. Along y direction, that force is not variable. Therefore, y limits you need not substitute in these problems. Because in problem A, y is given as x. And in the problem B also, y is given as x square, which is variable with respect to x. Therefore, instead of ds, I am taking dx here. And instead of dx, I am taking dx here.